Now it's mic is handed to you, Sudesh.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Welcome to all of you. I'll just set my screen a bit, then we can start with today's presentation. Okay, so welcome to all of you once again. Hope I am audible to all of you.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So yesterday I created a classroom and I asked for your name and nicknames. I've got more than 50 names and nicknames. I have created around 50 names and nicknames. Rest of them I could not create because there is a limit on that classroom that I can create only up to 50 participants only. But I could see that many of you have not joined. I would say that let's solve this problem first. Whether how many of you could not join? What is the reason for that? So I'll just share. I'll just see today that how many of you have joined or not. Okay. So. I could see there are a lot of participants which are typing that they are not able to join. So I'll just create their profiles once again. So I request one by one only because since I'm seeing a lot of messages. So let me first create the names and nicknames of the person which has typed their name in chat box. After that, we can move on to others. Okay. So I will start with Hamarai.
Sir, my nickname is not created.
Yes, I'm trying to create everyone's nickname one by one. What has happened is yesterday I asked to create a particular type of nicknames. Everybody created their own way of nickname. They could not read the slide properly. So that's why the problem has created. And I think you did not. What's your name, please?
It's Rucha Patwardhan.
You did not provide your name. Yesterday, I'm sure for that. Because in the chat box, your name was not there.
Not at that time.
Okay, I could not see that. Maybe some mistake.
Sudesh, maybe not at that time. in which Priyanka was creating. So that might be the issue.
What
So
can I do now, ma'am? Then
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not able to log in.
Yes, yes.
he's adding everyone now.
I'm
He's
adding
adding
everyone. I'll try to add everyone because today's session will be completely hands-on session. It may take
Yes,
some time, so we won't mind.
yes,
We
sir.
won't mind if there is some delay because I already have 2 sessions today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll start one by one. So I'm just adding the names and I'll inform the chat box itself whom names I've created. I've
Okay.
created around 50 names, but very few have joined actually. So I'm removing the names of those who are not joined, and I can then add you one by one. So just
Okay,
for
sir.
some time, like 10-15 minutes, just bear with me, then we will start.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So as I mentioned to all the participants that this session is going to be a hands-on session. So please bear with us because he is creating. Those who have left out, he is creating. So he is adding, Sudesh is adding everyone so that you can enjoy the hands-on practice session today. So in the chat box, those who have not been added can just request again. So Sulochana, you have to send the nickname. You have just sent a request, add me, but you have to send the nickname so that he can add with your email ID. I think Sudesh, you need email ID also or just nickname?
I'll require just name and nicknames.
Okay.
And I have also requested all participants to follow a particular format, like name and nickname should be similar with underscores. Uh, Many participants are just giving nicknames any random name, then random name should not be there because it's difficult for me to manage otherwise. So please create your names very similar to your nicknames. Okay, so nickname should be very similar to a name. Like for example, Mr. G Vijay Kiran, he has created his nickname as NKRD Cat. So that won't be created. I'll create by nickname G underscore Vijay underscore Kiran. So I'm creating it and I'll just post in the chat box. I request all of the participants to not type in chat box for a while because there are too many messages. It's taking me time. I already requested yesterday to provide the nicknames. So because you have not provided nicknames yesterday, that's why we are getting delayed a bit today. But I'm trying, doing my best. So please let me reply all the messages. Then only type in the chat box. Just one request. Thank you.
Yeah, hello.
Ma'am, I'm
Yes.
unable to join.
May I know who is talking?
Veena Verma, I'm unable to join the class.
No, he is still adding people. So class has yet not started. So have you given your nickname and joined the
Ma'am, I have already given yesterday.
yesterday? So your name might be there. He's just adding others. So class has yet not started, madam.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So just wait for a while. I think yes, Sudesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So is it
Actually,
okay
it's
now?
it is taking me some time. What has happened yesterday? People have created very random nicknames. So
Yes.
that's why they are saying that their nicknames is not added. So I'm
Okay.
not sure how to proceed today because I have a lot of practicals to do, and it is essential
Okay.
that their name is there. So
Okay.
it's already, I think, 11:45. I'll take more 10 minutes so that all those who have given their names at least can join. Then we'll see how to proceed.
Okay.
Is it okay, ma'am?
Okay. Yeah. Please.
Okay. Thank you.
So everyone, please cooperate because as yesterday he has requested nickname in a proper way, but people have not given, and everybody would like to join now. So he will take 10 more minutes to sort out everything so that everybody will join and do some hands-on practice. So actually, those who have given yesterday, they are again changing their nicknames. And people are asking about the class code.
Actually, many people forget what the nickname they were given yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. So yesterday they are giving different nicknames. Today they are giving different nicknames. So that is why the problem is created.
Oh, yes. And they are repeatedly writing again and again.
That's what they are doing.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, yes.
ये मैसेज भी कॉन्फ्रेंस चल रही है।
Okay. Hello everyone. So I've added a lot of names. So because many of you did not provide your name yesterday, so I don't think so I'll be able to add all the names at the time. So last those who have typed, there is, I can see there's a long list. I could add up till I think Prerna. I could join up till Prerna. After that, we will try to figure out some way how to work with this. So I request all of you to please bear with me. The lecture that I'm going to start will be hands-on session, but and after every assignment that I'll be giving, I'll have some time. So I'll again go through your chat and I'll try to add all the members one by one. Okay. So I'm sorry that all of you could not be joined. You should have provided your name and nickname properly yesterday, so that I had already created that list completely. But today morning I saw that out of 50 which I could join, only 7 and 6 have joined. So because you are giving your name right now, that's why this delay is taking place. And I wanted at least a few people should participate, because 6 and 7 students won't be enough to participate in the hands-on session. That's why I took half an hour and added a few names here. The rest of them, please bear for some time. I'll try to see that all of you could join soon. After, in between, I'll try to add your name. Thank you so much to all of you. I hope my screen is visible to all of you, and my presentation is also visible. Please type in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's proceed. I'm very thankful to all of you because you have stayed patient and waited for more than half an hour. And I'm little diligent about practicals and all, because we do a lot of theory, but practical is what is missing. So I thought that I should at least add as many names as possible. So we'll start over with today's lecture. Just a brief, again, the online workshop participation etiquette. The workshop has been going pretty good, and it is also for me and a whole Manic team that we are organizing such an online workshop, and to manage such a huge audience on online level is not easy. So again, if there are few who could not join yesterday and have joined today, just request that please follow these online participation etiquettes. Please mute your mic. If it's not required, mute your video. And if you have any problem, please chat in the chat box. If everybody will chat in the chat box, that again it's a problem. So I'll try to solve out the problem again and again. Now again, participants are typing that their name is not there. I again repeat that your name may not be there. I try to add as many names as possible because there is too much delay and you did not provide your name yesterday, or you provided a wrong nickname yesterday. That's why you are not able to join today. So I'll try to add your name in between the session. I have 2 sessions today, so there is no need to panic. And we will, if you could do even half of the assignments that I'll give you during the classroom, that will be very good for you. I also request all of you not to provide names and nicknames right now because I am not adding. Because of that, please don't provide it. I'll ask you to provide the names and nicknames again. One participant has said that she has provided her names. Yes, you might have provided your name, but you did not join yesterday. So I deleted your names because I had a lot of requests today, and there is a limitation of 50 participants. So I deleted the participant who did not join yesterday. Because yesterday a few participants diligently joined, and they also did their assignment. I gave you an assignment of LED blinking to do on Tinkercad website. I think 6-7 participants joined yesterday. Only 2 or 3 completed their assignments. Nobody else completed their assignments. So if you need to learn in this session, it is essential that you also complete your assignment. Okay? So I have a session, 2 sessions today. Again, I'm repeating, I have 2 sessions today. So all your queries will be handled one by one because there are so many participants. It's difficult to address all the queries at the same time. Okay. So I'll just proceed. Fine. So just a brief overview of what we did yesterday. There were very interesting query session going on yesterday, and I was very happy. So that we had a very good lecture. So what I thought, I gave a thought about presenting today, what I should be giving you. What I felt that the practical exposure is what you people are not getting. We are getting a lot of theories and reading material available on internet, but practical exposure, how to convert your IoT ideas into practical, that is what is missing, and I think I should address that part more. So again, coming down to this layered architecture, what I'm planning today is to have a very good assignment, hands-on session on Tinkercad simulation website of layer 1 and layer 2 only. Layer 3, 4, and 5 cannot be covered in Tinkercad because Tinkercad do not have those devices so that these layers can be covered. So layer 1 and layer 2 can be layer 1 and layer 2 assignments will be done today. Again, I've got a query on chat box from Mr. Naveen. Naveen, I already said that since you did not provide your nickname yesterday, I am not able to add you now. In between a session, when I'll ask a participant to do their assignment, I will add your name. So right now, please don't type your name and nickname in the chat box. So I just request, I'll give some time to all of the participants, and then we again add your names and nicknames. Okay. So layer 1 and layer 2 is all about sensors and actuators, and layer 2 is about processing hardware. We also had a discussion that microcontroller is only required to have in the layer 2. Can we do with other devices? I said yes and no. So I'll give a proper reply today for this also. So let's move on. Okay. So we saw yesterday that layer 1 consists of two parts, sensors and actuators. Sensors and actuators, as we discussed yesterday, sensors and actuators are the only part of IoT which interact with the physical world. So sensors is a device which measures some physical quantity of real world. Actuators are devices which can control, which can do some actions. So we'll do both these assignments, both these sensors, we'll do experiments of both these sensors and actuators today. So let's see the list of all the assignments, all the assignments that we'll be doing and all the actuators that we'll be doing today. Okay. So here you can see that in the Tinkercad Tinkercad website, there are many components available. Out of them, I chose these components where we'll be doing some practicals. I will also do the experiments live on the website, and I'll try to show you through this live session and how to do your experiments. So the actuators that we'll be covering today are LED, as we saw yesterday. LED we did. We'll do a bit more today. DC bulb. We'll also see a DC bulb. I found that there is a DC bulb. I hope my voice is audible. Hello, am I audible to all of you? Okay, so I'm getting reply that my voice is clear to other participants. So one of the participants said that the voice is not clear. Please check your internet connection. It is other participant can hear me. Okay, so DC bulb. We'll see how to do DC bulb, buzzer, how to switch on and off buzzer. We'll also see a very interesting experiment of RGB LED. We can generate different LEDs using RGB. Then DC motor. We'll see how to run a DC motor. Hobby motor, vibration and servo motor.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Hello.
No audio, ma'am.
Other participants can have my audio?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rucha, please see.
Your voice is clear, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much to all of you. Please see that there is internet problem from your side or not. Okay. So these are all the devices that we'll be covering today. So let's move on. And these are the experiments that I'm planning to complete in this session. These are few sets of experiments and more experiments will be doing. The first one is controlling LED bulb and buzzer. Controlling DC motor, hobby motor and vibration motor, glowing different colors in RGB LED, controlling intensity of LED or speed of DC motor using PWM, demo of servo motor. So these all experiments we'll be doing. I'll be taking all these experiments live on Tinkercad website. You are expected to do all the experiments together with me on your Tinkercad website. If you face any problem, try to type in the chat box. If there are too many messages, it will be difficult for me to handle. So try to see only specific problems are addressed. If there are more problems, maybe we can take those problems after today's session. At the end of the day, you can have a call. I've already shared my number and call. We can call and talk over phone also. Okay, so. Now I am moving to the Tinkercad website where we'll be doing our experiments. So let me share that screen with you. Yeah. Okay, so can everybody see my screen, my Tinkercad screen?
Sir.
Okay, please don't speak.
sir.
Just type in the chat box. Please don't speak. Just type in the chat box. Okay, so like you have seen that in my screen there is a complete window that you can see, and on the left side there are different sections of this Tinkercad website. So we'll go to the circuit tab. We'll click it. It will take some time because the video is also running, so maybe it may be slightly slow. So I've already created a lot of experiment yesterday, so that there is no problem presenting it today. Because even I have not used this website that much because we hardly do any simulations. We directly work on practical circuits and things like that. So I just was going through this website. So let's create a new circuit. You may follow me with your own circuit in your web browser along with my video. So as I clicked on create new circuit, you can see there's a new window has come up. In our first experiment, we'll be controlling LED, a bulb, and a buzzer. Again, I'm repeating. In our first experiment, we'll be controlling a LED, a bulb, and a buzzer. So we'll have to add all these components in our simulation tab in our work area. So you can see LED is already there. To add with LED, we also need a resistor. We'll add a resistor here. Then we'll need Arduino Uno. So we'll add Arduino Uno here. Then we need a buzzer. We'll add a buzzer here. So here on the right hand side, you can see there is a basic under component there written basic. So only basic components are visible. If you want to see all the components, we will go and select all option. Okay, and under all option, we will scroll down and we will add a bulb, a light bulb. A bulb has to be AC component, but in this simulation software, it is just a DC component only. Again, I am repeating. We are doing an experiment, a simple experiment to control LED, buzzer, and DC bulb, and we'll be writing a code in Arduino Uno to control these all three components. Okay, so we have added these components from our library section, which is on the right side. Let's do the connections. To make things little simple, what I'll do is when we added this Arduino Uno board, we can see in the code section when we type code tab, when we add Arduino Uno board, when we click code tab and we go to the text section, then we press continue. Then you can see there is already a program which is generated. So to save time, I will use the same program, and in this program, I'll just explain what this program is doing. So as I discussed yesterday, Arduino Uno has two functions, setup function and loop function. Setup function is a function in which we do the settings. So here at pin number 13, we want to connect our devices. So we want that this pin number 13 should be in output mode. So in setup function, we wrote a function pin mode, which sets pin number 13 to output mode. So when we set this pin mode 13 to output mode, this pin is configured as output. Okay. So there is a doubt from a participant. If there are less questions in the chat box, I'll be able to address all of them. If there are too many questions, maybe I might not be able. So just type if it's required. So the question for the participant, how to select the item is very simple. Click and drag. You just have to click and drag. Okay, so just by clicking and dragging, you can add the components. Okay, so let's continue. So when in the code part, pin mode 13 output. So 13 pin is configured to output mode in the setup function. In the loop function, we are again and again running a code where we are sending high output to pin number 13. We are waiting for 1 second. And then again, we are sending low output to pin 13 and we are waiting for 1 second. So by doing this, LED should glow after every 1 second. So let's do the connection. After this, the coding is already there. So we'll again click the code tab. So let's do the connection. In the LED, there are two terminals, anode and cathode. Anode is the positive terminal and cathode is the negative terminal. So we will connect anode to pin number 13 and the cathode is connected to the resistance and the resistance is connected to the ground. So we have connected pin number 13 to the anode of LED. Cathode we have connected to resistance and the resistance has been connected to ground. Okay, so we can simply run this, but before that, let's follow the color codes. When we do real connections, since there are too many wires, we usually use different color wires. So that facility is also available in Tinkercad. When we click this wire, you can see it shows the green color. So we'll click it and we will select it as red color because this is the positive line from 13 which is going to the LED. Then these two wires are basically negative wires. So this wire is basically connected to the ground. So we will give it a black color. Okay. Intermediate wire is basically the wires in between are neither positive or negative. So we'll keep them as it is. So again, one participant said that how to connect the wire. So it is very simple. You have to choose a pin. You have to just click and then you have to take to the another wire. Okay, and then it is connected. So while connecting, it is essential to note that when you start, you see this red dot. The red dot means you can start connection from that point. Please see that there is a red dot, and when you leave your mouse, you should also see the red dot. Unless you have a red dot, it will not connect. So you have to connect to red dot to red dots. Okay, I hope I answered your question. So after changing the color and black and green, we can run the simulations. And when we do the simulations, you can see the LED is on and off. The color is very dim in this software, but you can see that LED is on and off. Okay. So now again, one participant has asked that I am stuck with the text. You just click the code tab. So if this, you can see the text is visible. If you have to remove this tab, you have to click the code tab. And please, I request all of you to listen very carefully to do the experiments, because when you do a hands-on, you cannot miss any instruction. You have to be patient and you have to listen very carefully. And that's why I am going very slow and I am repeating my each step one by one, and so that you can do your experiments as much as possible. Okay, so the LED is glowing. Fine. So next you can see we can also change the value of this resistance. In general, with LED we use 1 kilo ohm resistance, but we can reduce that value to 100 ohm. Okay. So I'm again repeating, we can change the resistance value to 100 ohm. If you know the color code, you can see the color of this color code of this resistance has changed. I won't go into the color code at this stage. So what I did is we can simply have a resistance of 100 ohm, and and then we need to change this kilo ohm to ohm. Okay, and then we can run again the run simulation. So the LED will be slightly brighter. If you have noticed, last time it was less brighter, it is now slightly brighter. Again, there is some problem from Trupti Chauhan. I think I will not be able to solve your problem at my end because I don't understand why it's not connecting. So please repeat yourself, do some experimental, maybe you will be able to connect. Okay, so again, you can see it is glowing. Now I will show you some of the features, some interesting features in this software. So in this LED, if you further reduce your resistance, say like 50 ohm, and then you run again. I went to this LED. I reduce the resistance to 50 ohm, and when I run it, you can see there is a this icon is coming, some warning. So what is that warning telling you is the maximum current LED should have is 20 milliampere, but you have given more current. So these warnings can help you to solve your electrical problems. Okay, so this experiment is about LED. Now I hope you must have done this experiment. I am now going to connect this with bulb. Bulb do not require any resistance, and bulb also non-directional. The DC bulb doesn't have a direction, so we can connect any terminal to any terminal. I'll be happy to see how many of you have done. So only way for me to know is the chat box. So if you have done the first experiment LED blinking, please type done in your chat box. Okay, so now we are moving ahead with LED part. So light bulb part. In light bulb, you can see that there are, I've connected one terminal to pin number 13, another terminal pin number ground. Let's again follow the color coding. Pin number 13 will type it as red, and this we will type it as black. So again, a good question has come up in the chat box, how to remove the components. There are two ways to remove the components. You can click that component and press delete button. You can click a component, so I'll just do it once more. You can click a component and then press delete button to delete the component. Okay, and another way is you can just click this and you can press this delete tab. Okay, you can click this and you can press to this delete tab. So by clicking to this delete tab, you can also delete your other devices. Again, one participant has said where to find link for text code. You have to do code tab and you have to select the text option. Again, I repeat, all of you, please listen very carefully when I am explaining, because if you'll ask the same question again and again, it will create some problem. Okay, so just go to the code tab and go to the text section. To remove it, again, click the code tab. So so delete option I told you. There are some other options also, like you can rotate your, you have to click the component and then you can rotate these things. Okay, there are do, undo and redo options. Okay, and then annotations options are there, which will, and next option we'll see in the subsequent sessions. Okay, so I have did the connection of bulb. I have given the color coding, and then now I am running the simulations. You can see the bulb is on and off. Okay, so in this way you can also do this. And once you have done, please also mention in the chat box, so I get to know that you have also done this chat box. And yes, one participant has told me there is one good way. If you have not able to join my classroom, you can still do the experiments. The advantage of my classroom is I can see your experiments and I can solve some problems if there are any problems. So all those who could not join my classroom, I request to still go to Tinkercad website, create your profile, and come to it. You can still do the experiments. You don't need to join my classroom to do the experiments. Okay. So this bulb is glowing. Okay, so we will again stop the simulations. Now, third part of our first experiment, we will connect our buzzer. Okay. So again, I'm clicking bulb and pressing this delete button. You'll see the bulb is gone. And when we delete the component, all connected wirings also are gone. You can also delete using on the keyboard after selecting any component. Okay. One participant said that we can also delete from the keyboard. Yes, you might not have listened to me properly. I already explained there are two ways to delete the component. One, by clicking the component and pressing the delete button, and second, by using this delete option. So you can delete any way you want. Okay. Okay, there is again one participant saying that I don't have a nickname. You can, if you don't have a nickname, you can still go to the website and do the experiments. Okay, you don't need a experiment. Just go to the website, Tinkercad website, and create your profile. You might have missed my yesterday session. That's why you are asking this question: how you doing? How to practice? So please attend all my sessions to have proper understanding of all this. So I'll quickly do the last experiment, but it's because it's very simple. So in buzzer, there are positive and negative. So in buzzer, you have to take care of positive and negative terminal. So from here, we will start and we'll connect to pin number 20. And here we, the negative terminal, we are connecting to the ground. Again, we are giving the color codes. And we are running the simulations. Okay, one participant is saying that I'm able to join the class but unable to finish circuit. This is running from past 15 minutes. Since this is an online platform, if your internet speed is not good, this problem may come. So it is. I will recommend you to close your window. Again, start your window. Please check your internet speed is good. Please start your window again. Join my class again and do the experiment. Try to do the experiment. This problem of that the software is hang or the website is slow is a common problem in Tinkercad if your speed of internet is not good. So please make sure your internet speed is good. So like you can see here, there is some very odd sound because this is not exactly a buzzer. This is a piezoelectric device. So I'm using this piezoelectric device as a buzzer. So after every 1 second, it is generating a sound. So I hope you learned this part and most of you were able to do this. This was our first experiment which we were doing. Now I'll again go to my slides. Okay, so we successfully did our first and most simple assignment, and I hope most of you should have been able to do it by now. Okay, so there are a few questions, so let me address those questions. Circuit IO and Tinkercad any different? Circuit IO and Tinkercad are basically same. Tinkercad Circuit IO has changed itself to Tinkercad. As far as I know, in future Circuit IO will not be available. You will be able to do experiments only on Tinkercad. So Tinkercad and Circuit IO both are from same company, Autodesk. So I've heard about Tinkercad. That's why I'm taking experiment from Tinkercad. Okay, very good. Many of you are able to do the experiments. Very good, very good. So now we will move on to a bit interesting and slightly difficult. I think I won't call it difficult. Now, as you have done a basic experiment, slowly I'll increase my speed so that we can do all the experiments by today itself. So next experiment is controlling DC motor hobby motor, and vibration motor. I will not be doing this experiment here to save time because we already have less time today. You can do it at your home. It is very simple. I'll just show you how to add the component in Tinkercad, and then you can try this experiment too on yourself. Okay, so there are a few questions. I'll also try to take the questions in between. The reason is because of these questions, other participants are also benefited a lot. So the one question comes is how I can use power electronics converters. See, Tinkercad is a very, very simple platform. It has very, very simple devices and it is mainly designed for very simple things. So power electronics devices are not available in Tinkercad. If you want to do experiments of power electronics, you should go to MATLAB. Okay, how we know the positive and negative of the circuit? In all the circuits, if any output is coming from Arduino pin, it will be positive always. And other end is negative, which is the ground of Arduino Uno. Like in the last experiment, we connected the wires to the ground pin of Arduino Uno. So definitely ground pin is the negative part. Rakesh Jain has requested that we should go for circuit IO. You can see that even for Tinkercad, I had to struggle for half an hour. I requested participants to provide their name and nickname properly yesterday. And those who have provided, they could not join their class yesterday itself. So how can I discuss so many platforms in such short time? So it won't be possible for me to discuss the circuit IO. Okay. Okay, so in buzzer, how we will identify positive and negative pins. In buzzer, when you go to the pins, like here, if you touch the pin, you will see the positive and negative name visible. So again, in the next experiment, I'll show you how that is being done. So by that way, you can know which is the positive pin of the buzzer and which is the negative pin. There is no actuator screen. This is my presentation slide. Okay. So, okay. So next experiments that we'll be doing is a glowing different colors in RGB LED. And it's a really very interesting experiment where we will see how to glow LED and generate different color. In Tinkercad, we have a RGB LED. A brief about RGB LEDs. In RGB LED, there are 3 LED combined together. One is red LED, other is green LED, and third is blue LED. For all the screens, your computer screen, mobile screen that you see, they do not have white color, gray color, reddish color. They only have 3 colors: red color, green color, and blue color. In your screen, there are very small LEDs, and if we glow the combination of these LEDs, red, green, and blue, we can generate different colors. So we will see we will see that how to generate different colors using a RGB LED. Now a question has popped out: how we can connect with the circuit diagram? We cannot connect with the circuit diagram. A circuit diagram is only for text, and if you have to simulate, you have to create. You cannot connect Tinkercad with any circuit diagram. Okay. So let's see the programming of RGB LED. So I think this part we have covered, and I have also discussed in between. Okay, so I've not included the code for RGB LED in the slide, so we'll directly go to the Tinkercad website again. Okay, so we were doing experiments here in this slide. Now, one more interesting thing that I have forgot to tell you is you can see there is a very random name coming here. Bodacious, World, and all these names are coming here. In these names, you can change this name. This is a random name generated by Tinkercad. You can also change this name. So I will say this my experiment or something like that. You can also change this name. And once done, if you close this window, it may take some time. So if you go back, say if you want to go back and leave this window and you want to save this circuit, you simply click to this Tinkercad tab, and it will take some time to go back to that window. So when you go back to your window, it is automatically saved. So I'll recommend you to do experiments in different windows so that you can save all these experiments for your later use. By simply tinkering this tab, you can run all these experiments again. So let's create a new circuit. Okay. A question has come up that how to go for this window. You just have to go to the tinkercad.com website, or you have to join my class and create a circuit. So now I have created a new window here. But I just forgot that I had already done this experiment before. So I'll directly go back to that experiment and I'll explain there how to do it. So just to Amit ji, that you have to go to the Tinkercad website. You have to log in, and this window will be visible. In this window, on the left side, there is 3D design, circuits, code blocks, and questions. You have to click to the circuits. This window will open. Okay. So I'll just check the experiment that I did before. It's there. Yeah. So it is 12:47 now. I'll just overshoot 15 minutes for this first session. So we will keep our lecture to 1:15 p.m. After that, we can break for lunch. In the meantime, during lunch, all those participants who could not join, they can type in their name again. So please don't type your nicknames and name right now. And also, I will create a new classroom. I will not be using the same classroom because this classroom is full. Okay, so let's come back to our experiments of RGB LED. So what is an RGB LED? RGB LED has 4 pins: the red pin, the blue pin, and the green pin. Okay, so I'll first tell you how to add this component. So RGB LED, you will find here like this. And if you want to know the pins, you have to go to the pins. Like if you go to the pins, you see, you'll go to the pins like red, cathode, blue, green. Red, cathode, blue, and green. Okay, so you can see that. Similarly, you can add this and we can connect it to this. We also need a resistance. Okay, we can also add a resistance to pin number 9, to ground pin. So I've also followed the color code here that I've given the red color to the red pin, blue color to the blue pin, and green color to the green pin. So please do this connection first, and then we will proceed. I've again got a question about nickname. I'm not creating any more nicknames because you have not provided it yesterday. Please create your own profile on Tinkercad. You can still do the experiments. You do not need to join my class. So please do your experiments on Tinkercad website directly. Okay, so a question has come up. What should be the value of resistance? I will recommend you to keep the 220 ohm resistance. You can also increase and decrease, but 220 ohm is a fair value. 220 ohm, it's ohm. Please note it's ohm. It's not pico. It's not pentohm. It's ohm. So go to the ohms tab and 220 ohm. Okay, so all of you could do your connections. Those who have done your connections, please type in your chat box, done. Okay, great. So I'm happy that many of you are following my lectures very properly and you're able to do your experiments also. So let's go to the code tab directly. So we'll click to the code tab. Okay, and here is my program that I have written. It's pretty long program. I hope this program is visible to all of you. The font is little small, but I still think that you can read it. It's readable to all of you. The program is readable to all of you. Okay. Thank you for confirmation. I'm again getting repeated request for adding the nicknames. I've already told I'm not adding any more nicknames because the nickname is full. You can still do the experiments by directly going to the website and creating your own profile. Okay. So okay, so let's see this how this code is working. So in this LED, there are 3 pins: red, green, and blue. So to make things easy, what we have done, rather than giving the pin numbers directly, I've used the variables: red variable, blue variable, and green variable. As we can see, pin number 0 is connected to the green pin, pin number 1 is connected to the blue pin, and pin red is connected to the red pin. Okay, so 0 pin I have given the name as green. 1 pin I have given as name blue, and 2 pin I have given name as red. And this has to be defined by a data type called integer. So these are some of the requirement of integer data type of programming. So I have created it as an integer data type. Again, delay value I've added since we have to blow in this code. We are glowing LED one by one. In this code, we are glowing LED one by one. So we need to give a delay. But in later part, I want to do it in a very faster manner. Okay? I want to do it in a very faster manner. So I want to change the delay. So I have again created a delay variable. By creating a delay variable, I can increase or decrease the speed with which the LED will glow. Okay. So I've created these variables. After that, I have to configure these pins in output mode. Okay, red output, blue output, and green output. So using pin mode function, we are selecting red as output, blue as output, green as output. So by writing red, blue, green, it is easier for us to write in the code than using 0, 1, and 2. Okay. So then there are some questions coming. I'll take those questions after I finish explaining the code. So here in this experiment, we will first glow only 3 LEDs. I am commenting the sections below. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to glow red color first, green color next, and blue color next. So in red color, when I wanted to glow red color, I have written digital red high, digital red green low, digital red blue low. And I've given delay value. A delay value is 2000. Delay value is 2000. Okay, the question has popped up. Previous text code is coming. You have to write this code. This text code I created this code before. So you'll have to delete the previous code and you have to write the new code. Okay, if you're doing new experiment, you have to write the new code. So I'm simply explaining that this new code, and you have to type this new code in the text window. So detail write red comma high, detail write green comma low, detail write blue comma low. And similarly for green, what I'm doing is so after 2-second delay, I'm glowing green. So for green, red should be off, blue should be off, green should be high. And similarly for blue, red should be off, green should be off, and blue should be high. So after writing this code, we can simply run the simulations. You can see after every 2 seconds, the color is changing. There is a red color, there is a green color, and there is a blue color. Okay, so all of you can write this program up till this point, the highlighted section up to the blue color. I'll give you 2 minutes to write this code. You can also take the screenshot of this so that if I move the screen, you can still write the code. And please try this experiment in your tab. In the meanwhile, I'll try to answer the questions of the participants. Okay, again, I request, please don't provide your nickname and names. Don't provide nickname. I'm not adding any nickname anymore. When you start with Arduino, whenever you start with a new experiment of Arduino, you will by default find the LED blinking program. By default, LED blinking program will be there in all the experiments of Arduino Uno. So you have to delete that program and you have to write your own new program, which I am showing here. The 403 access forbidden is because either you have not logged in, or maybe you have clicked the link which is wrong, or you are not part of my classroom or something. So you have to figure out yourself what is the problem if 103 access forbidden is coming. These are some common problems. Unless I see your screen, I will not be able to solve that problem. So please do some hit and trial and solve that problem, and then you can do this experiment. I think HP has asked me about TextTab twice. I have already told him before. So please listen carefully. Go to the code section, code tab. Then you have to select this. Since simulation is running, I'll stop. Text. Then you can write the text here. And here we can write the code. Okay, Amitji, you have to write the code like pick to the tab, then go to the text option, and then you have to write the code here. I hope, Amitji, you have got this. You can import. Okay, a question has come: how to save the file? Amarji has asked how to save this file. You can by using this button, you can download this code. By using this button, you can download this code. Okay, by using there are many features in this simulation software, I may not be able to cover all of them. I hope you will be able to do it. Typing, should I type a code in the chat window? It will take too long. It's better if you can write. It's better because just sharing a file doesn't help. It is essential that you write the code and you do the mistakes on your own and you identify those mistakes. Okay. So, please don't believe in copy pasting. Okay, Amit ji has asked again. So please listen carefully. Click to the code tab. Click to the code tab. Go here and select text. Click to the code tab. Below you can see there is a text or block option coming. Go to the text option. Okay, so now I am proceeding with this. I hope you must have written till this point. And of course, if you have written this part, okay, you can copy paste and repeat the experiment. You can copy paste and repeat the experiment. So please, all of you who have done the experiment, please let me know if you have done the first part of it, of red, green, blue LEDs glowing in your experiment. Please tell me. Like so far, I could see only 3 people who have done this red. 4th one is there, 5th is there. Okay, Mr. Raza has asked how new code is coming. This new code will not come. You have to type. To save time, I have already typed this code before. Mr. Raza, please note you have to type this code yourself. So please see all this, what is visible on your screen, and type it yourself and do it. This is a little long code. After that, we will not have such long code, but because this experiment is really colorful, so you'll have to type a bit part of it. Okay, so please type your code. I hope I cleared your doubt, Mr. Raza. Okay, so someone has also pasted in the chat box, so you can also copy from here and run your experiment. Please run your experiment. Okay, so most of you have done. Those who are doing, they can also listen to me and do the experiment at the same time, because the next part is very simple. So when we glow green, blue and red LED, if we glow 2 LEDs at the same time, if you go to the same time, okay, somebody is asking how to go for new experiment. I'll tell after I finish this experiment, because I'll be doing myself this. So I'll show you how to go to the new experiment. So if we glow 2 LEDs at the same time, different colors are generated. Like for example, if we glow both red, if we glow both green and blue, if we glow both green and blue, okay, if we glow both green and blue, like earlier we were glowing only red, only green, only blue. Now we are glowing both green and blue. When we glow both green and blue, both high, we will get a cyan color. Cyan color is basically sky blue color. Our sky blue color is there. Okay. Okay, a question. There is some error in the code. So if there is some error in the code, please check if you have any spelling mistakes, right? Like for example, digital right is there, W is capital, LOW is capital. These things has to be taken care of. A semicolon has to be added after every line. So there can be many problems. You can just refer this code in the chat box, which is already provided by one participant, and see what mistake. Okay, so cyan color, to glow cyan color, we have to glow both green and blue. Similarly, for magenta color, we have to glow red and blue. Magenta color is dark pink color, you can say. Yellow color, we have to glow both red and green. And if we glow all the three LEDs, red, green, and blue, all the three LEDs are glowing at the same time, we will get a white color. Okay. So in this way, we can write the complete code from cyan, magenta, yellow, white. So we are generating many colors from red, green, blue, cyan, magenta, yellow, and white. So I'll run the simulations from here, and you can see that different colors are very good. So Ajay Kumar has done for red, green, blue, and others are also have done. So please do these experiments for the rest of the color. You can see the different colors are coming up: red, green, blue, yellow, magenta, etc. Good. It's always it's very exciting to glow our first LED and glow different colors LED. So I'm happy that you are happy doing this experiment. Very good, very good. Everybody is able to do it. So all those who have done, please mention in the tab so that I can also know. Just done with all colors. You can type. Okay, there is a question, sir, how to remove unnecessary item on the screens. So, Mr. Inspiron, please tell me what unnecessary item is coming on the screen. If you have clicked another version of LED, simply click that component and press delete tab. Simply click that component and press delete tab. Okay, I already told how to remove the components before. Please carefully attend my lecture and listen carefully. I have already told how to remove the components. Click the component and press delete button of your keyboard, or you can also click the delete tab on the screen. We will not go for break. I'll again take 4 or 5 minutes, then only we'll go for break. So please wait for some time. Okay, so most of you have done. I'll just do a very small change and just you'll see that how this experiment will become again more beautiful. So I am stopping the simulations. As you can see, the colors are changing after every 2 seconds. How will this look like if we change the color after every 200 milliseconds? Okay, again I'm repeating. In the experiments, we are changing color after every 2 seconds. Okay, so how will it look like if we change the color after every 200 milliseconds? So as I showed you before, delay value is equal to 2000. So here when delay value is 2000, the delay is for 2 seconds. If we delete 10, it becomes 200 milliseconds. And when we run the simulations, the LED glow is become much beautiful. You can see that it is changing the color so constantly. So we are giving a very beautiful look. So we can also try this and check how it is working. So all of you, you need to reduce the 200 2000 to 200 and you have to do it. I hope you like this fast changing colors. Please, all of you who have done, please tell me in the chat box whether you have done or not. It's great to see that you all people are able to do it. Okay, so most of you have done. I think it's good to break for lunch. I'll start fresh from the next session, and there are so many experiments that we are going to do today. In fact, we have done only 2 experiments in the first session. I was expecting to do at least 5 experiments, so there was some delay in the starting. But I deliberately did that delay so that everyone can join, and so that most of you get benefited. Even if you learn 25 to 30% of what I'm going to tell, that is also good for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is those who want to break for lunch, they can break for lunch. And I'll join a little early, maybe around 1:45 p.m. For doubt clearance and further adding you to another group if it's possible at that time. Okay, so I again repeat, we can break for lunch now. I will request Tripta ma'am to take over after that, just after my final words. I will join before at 1:45 p.m. to clear your doubts. Those who have not done your experiments before, you could not do simulation, or if you have any problem, we can discuss that problem on chat box. And since most of the people will not be online, we can also discuss on mic and all also. I'll join a little early at 1:45, and we will start our fresh session from 2 p.m. or 2:10 p.m. Okay. Tripta, are you there?
Tripta, I can't hear you.
Hello, sir. I'm unable to chat. Sir, can you please provide your contact number, sir, or mail ID?
Okay.
Because I have done the experiments by creating my profile in Thinkercad, sir, so that I can mail all the experiments what I have done.
Oh, you do not need to mail me the experiments. We'll see how to do these things. You don't need to mail me those experiments.
I'm unable to chat, sir. I don't know what's the problem.
Okay. You can try leave the meeting and then join in again.
Yeah, I think that should serve the purpose. Once you step out of the meeting and come again, you would be able to chat again, because this happened with me also.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah, I'll do.
Okay.
Over to you, Priyanka ma'am.
Yes. Tripta ma'am, you are not audible. I think, ma'am, your mic is muted. No, but then you are not audible. So, Sudesh, can we break for lunch now?
We can break for lunch. I'll be joining early at 1:45 p.m. The session will start from 2 or 2:10.
Okay, that you have already informed them.
I will join. Yeah, I've already. Yes. So I'll join by 1:45.
Okay. So participants, let us break for lunch. And as Sudesh has already told you, he will be back by 1:45. And we will be starting the fresh session from 2 o'clock or 2:10 based upon how much time does it take to finish off with the doubt clearing session and all. So let us break for lunch over here and let us join back by 1:45 or 2. Is that okay, Sudesh?
Yes, ma'am. Perfectly fine.
Okay, Sudesh. Okay.
Ma'am, you are still not audible. Looks like there is some problem at your end. No, still not audible.